Hello, welcome to SFO Arcade. We're playing some more Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Last time we got this amazing set that looks like the fierce deity from Majora's Mask. And it's basically the replacement for the barbarian armor, because the fierce deity set also gives you the attack up. Let's there we go, guys. So, you know what I'll do? I'll head down to the depths and I'll do some of the old battery grind. I have not yet gotten the Master Sword. I am waiting for Naomi to get all better. I'm waiting for her to heal up from her surgery. And she'll return to the show and we'll do the story quest together. Right now, there is no Naomi. It is just me grinding. It's been me grinding for like 18 streams while she heals up. Okay. TLDR and Naomi. She had all 4 of her wisdom teeth out at once. It was not a very fun procedure, but that is how it is. She had all of her wisdom teeth out. It's not very fun to get all your wisdom teeth out. No one likes doing that shit. She was healing up for like a week pretty normally. And then she actually had a turn for the worst. A bunch of, not a bunch. 1 out of the 4 sockets got infected. And the side of her face swelled up. And she went to like an emergency session with the, hold on, wait. Do I have a better bow? A shadier bow, I mean. An emergency session with the dentist. And the dentist was like, okay, you have a massive infection. Oh, okay, there we go. Shit. Can I, like, get more of you guys all poofed up? Kind of. Okay. You're, let's make them all fight each other while I tell you the story. So she had a massive infection. The infection was... Are you guys going to fight each other? Oh, they are going to fight each other. The infection was such that, like, there was basically one of the sockets that she had taken out was like really, really infected very badly. The infection was spreading into her jaw, and there's a chance it could spread into her throat and suffocate her. So there was actually a moment there where there was a small chance that she could have died. It was a small chance, but there was a chance. So she went back. She got a bunch more medication, a bunch more. A bunch more medication. Yeah, let's get a dusk bow going. More medication. She went on steroids. She went on antibiotics. She had like more rest, more time off work. She's been on this. She went back to like liquid food. Okay. She's been on this new regime of. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Oh shit! I almost blew up. She's been on this new regime of medication, and she's doing well again. She has begun recovering again. Things will probably be okay. We've passed the worst of it. Tell Naomi chat leaves her very much, and we'll all be over the second you leave for work. Get out of here. She had that scare where it could have gone worse, but it seems to be going better again. So Naomi's recovering. She'll probably be back on the stream soon enough. She was gone longer than she wanted, but you know, such is life. Naomi's gonna peg us all. With any luck, she'll be back tomorrow. Oh, these metal boxes, man. There we go. That was a full camp. Done. So that's the Naomi update. You'll probably see her again next week, I think. Yeah, at least we caught her early, yeah. Am I doing okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. Second point of business today. That's where I'm going next. I radically changed up the setup for the stream. Now, you guys won't notice anything different, I think. But I got more soundproofing. And also, I had this room carpeted. So now there's like a big rug. Alright? It's going to prevent things from moving around so much. It's going to have more sound isolation, sound control. Less echoes. You got your royal guards. Where can I see Tingle? He's right there. Yeah. He's green, yeah. Yes, it is a green screen. Yeah, it is a green screen. I have a cutout area around the couch where the green screen doesn't apply. Yeah. $10 from Columbia. Thank you. Hey, Dev, is there a common notion of people past 29 that your 30s are better than your 20s? Well, I know this depends on the individual. Do you see it playing off in common? If so, why is it such? For men, it absolutely is the case. Because you have more money, you have more experience. You're what is this? I think this is where you first come down. You have more money, you have more experience. You're just more like, you're more capable. And also, you're not so old that you can't do things anymore. Like, you're still physically capable, too. So you have the money, the experience, the knowledge of how the world works, the maturity. You've kind of been around the block a couple times. More resources. And also, you're not so old that you're falling apart and you need physical help. So for me, like, the 30s are really... The 30s and the 40s are, like, when men really start to bloom. Yeah, see, like, look here. I'll pick him up. See? It goes above a certain point. And yeah, he turns invisible. Put him back down. There you go. There's like a little, there's a cut. How much of the story have I done? Almost none. Like I said, I'm waiting for my girlfriend to heal up from surgery, then we're going to play it together. That's the plan. Yep, we reacted to... Yeah, Dave and I watched the PlayStation show, was it 2 days ago? Yeah, we watched it live, dude. We were here when it was happening. We uploaded a reaction to it yesterday. Good evening. Okay, this seems like another camp. Is this one cleared out? Yeah. I cleared this one out before, and I just... Yep. There's a point when in your 20s you're like, I don't want to grow up, then you hit your 30s and you realize, oh fuck, I am an adult, everyone's just faking it. Yeah. There's not like a point where you magically feel like an adult. At least not for me. For me, I just became better able to deal with being older, you know? Again, just through experience. Majora's Mask, Dev? That's probably something I'll do on with Naomi as well. One thing I did do is I did explore the depths a bit more. I got like a flying machine and I flew out here because I wanted to see what it was like. There's some weird stuff like this square here is a giant pillar that goes all the way up to the top of the underground. So what the hell? Okay, where do I want to go now? I very rarely go north of the starting point, so let's go north. People tend to become... I personally am going to live forever. Good luck. People tend to become a lot more normie when they have kids. That's true. Get a single imp mission, the Rito phenomenon, and just getting around the boss Zora stuff. Yep, the only story stuff that I've done, has been to leave the main island and then do like the Pura stuff. Well, here's the thing, guys. Like, even before all the psyoping to get people not to have children, I was never cut out to be a dad, right? Like, it's not my... Oh, there's horses over here. It's not my style, you know? It's not my style. I don't have the personality type for it. I don't even think I have the maturity for it to actually truly be a father. You can't register these, like, depths horses, can you? The noises are a bit much. What noises? Let's go fight over there. Okay, what if I do the homing shot technique? Oh. Okay. Excellent hit. Very cool. Oh yeah, I found a royal broadsword. That's really nice. Look at that. Yeah, okay, here we go. If I recall, when you were young, you were hornier, more immature, and thought sex jokes were the peak of comedy. Sex jokes are the peak of comedy when you're not getting any sex. Like, that's how this works. Actually, no. That's muddled bone. Oh shit, something's going on over there. The dusk bow is very nice because it just shoots straight. Being human does not require you to breed. Your jewel isn't the property of humanity. Anyone who says you owe your legacy to continue is collectivist. I mean, yeah, but also there is definitely... You have, like, a responsibility to your society, for sure. One that I've definitely am shirking. I'm aware of it, though. I think my horse left, didn't he? My horse just fucked off. Thanks, horse. Oh, he's still here. Like... I should probably have kids. Because it's better that there are more Canadians in the world, in my opinion. But at the same time, I'm not a normie. It's as simple as that. There are many people who have been psyoped into not having kids because it's not like they would be good parents, but you know, they're living the progressive dream. However, there is a section of the population that is just like naturally inclined not to have kids. Even in the most like pro-natalist civilizations, there's always something like 10% of people who voluntarily don't have kids. And I think I'm probably in that group. Because like I've been around enough normies throughout my life to know that I'm not a normal person. Nobody does what I do or looks like I do or behaves like I do and is a normal person. You know what I mean? I've never quite fit. I'm okay with that, you know? But yeah, like, it's something like 10% of people, without the psyoping, actively choose not to have kids because it's just not in their personality type to do so. Like, if I'm ever financially comfortable one day, I might like adopt a kid or something if I feel like really up to it. But I feel like I won't be. And then meanwhile with Naomi, and Naomi's different. Naomi, bless her heart, is more normie than I am. But also, due to her past, she's likely never not going to want kids either. And actually, I think she'll probably feel more strongly about that than I will. So, at least we're a good match in that regard. Anyone that says I'm not financially secure enough to have a kid has already been psyoped. No, 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 no. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, actual financial security. I'm not talking like, oh, I can't afford my fucking $12 soy latte at Starbucks. I can't have kids. No, 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 no. I'm actually talking about, like, being responsible, having a budget, doing the math, doing adult things, right? How much would it cost to have a kid? How much can I expect to earn doing this job that I do? The answer is not much. I'm not some, you know, I'm not Dream. I'm not Ninja. I'm not like Hassan, you know. I'm not some huge YouTuber or streamer that has a gigantic platform. I am mid. I'll probably always be mid. It's just how it is, you know. Can I even do this? Come on, nope. I don't want to waste. Okay. Okay. Ah, shit. Get up. Fuck, okay. Come on. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna get owned down here. Okay. Just one more. Done. Fuck you. Do I have any food I can eat? Yeah, there we go. My 40 years old Devin, old name, will be watching some kind of history channel like American Pickers. They'll be going through some guy's dead dad's farmhouse in Kansas. The camera will zoom in on the giant shadow of the hedgehog figure, pointing a pistol down, and Devin will go, ah, and point to the TV and have a heart attack. And old name will be, Dev, are you dying? Don't pee on the couch before you go. One last sewing before his death. Sounds good. Take me. Vor time. Okay, so that guy was guarding a stash of Zonite. Where is it? That's where the horse is. I can probably do an armored Lionel now, you know? An armored Lionel just takes bomb flowers. Okay. Was it over here? No, he was near some sort of a Zonite stash. It was like a big hill. It's over there. I see it now. Yeah, I somehow missed it. Oops. I mean, maybe I'll change my mind if I have a shit ton of money, but I think kids are off the cards for me, pals. You guys should have kids, though. Most of you are normies, you know? Most of you either are normies, or you're like youngsters, maybe teens, maybe 20s, who you feel a bit disaffected. Fair enough, so did I. But you'll grow into being normies. I know Wonderful Galaxy said he'd stop watching after like he started having kids, and like I can't blame him. Kids are important, you know. Most people should have kids to have their life, to feel like they're having a fulfilling life. I just don't think I'm in the most category, you know. Let's hope that they fight each other and not me. Even though I've been spotted. Sonsol, hey man. Guys. Bing. You guys should actually follow... Cuck raid. You guys should actually follow Sonsol, because... Don't you dare leave, horse. Get back here. Stop. Oh, they're fighting out in the gloom. Look at that. The fight's happening. I'm just gonna go somewhere else. Okay. You guys should actually follow Sonsol, because Sonsol, unironically, was one of those, like, Vosh soy boys. Hey, Sonsol. And he was, like, deep into the bread tube shit a long time ago. Uh-oh. And he basically found his way out of it when he realized it was all nonsense. How come the horse doesn't want to stay put? Let me sue them. See, I had a couple of conversations with Sonsol. I think he found me through my three forms of fascism video, and so now he's like, he's on the lib train, you know. Yeah. I debated the Groiper on Sonsol's channel. Yeah. Come here, you little shit. Get out of here. Stop dancing. Okay. Oh, I gotta headshot this guy. Okay. Oh, fuck. Better weapon? Nope, that's shields. You... Okay, get out my crushers. Come here, you fuck. Get out. Oh, okay. Toodles, y'all, I'm gonna get high and eat shitty food. Actually, Sonsol, before you take off, if you're still there, I don't know if you watched my latest opus, the, what was it called? The Antonio Gramsci video. But I'm working on another one, man. Another one in that style, like the big, serious deep dives. It's coming. In fact, I'm hoping to get it out next week. I think you'll like it. So stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. I'm doing one about the lefty claim that fascism is capitalism in decay. That one's finally coming along. I'm going to go through like a bunch of fascist economic policies from a bunch of books that I've read. It's going to be very boring and very informative. Hopefully I can like find a good framing story for it to make it kind of interesting. Like with Sockdon Left, that was a good frame story. The fact that he was like being retarded on Twitter. I could keep cutting back to that in between the actual like history and theory. It made it like more of a fun video. Capitalism decay, yeah. So the TLDR is that like, as with everything, there's like a small kernel of truth in it. But it's like 90% bullshit. Alright? There's a few really bad assumptions lefties make when they say that, but there are absolutely some fascist regimes that were capitalist, but they were not the norm. What am I dropping here? Do I have... No, I'm still set. Okay. Isn't the only defining feature of fascism ultranationalism? Depends what you're talking about. Depends what you're talking about. So, in the 3 forms of fascism video, I outlined 3 specific forms of fascism. Makes sense, right? And the classical fascists were like rigidly ideological in the idea that everything should be controlled and be brought into the state. All right, that was like the Mussolini-style fascism, and he was very much of the idea that like the state should control everything, that centralized power was good. It was a priori good. Is there any more Zonite around here? I don't think so. Okay, so for him, the nationalism served the centralized control. It was state worship. All right, the nationalism was it served it, but it wasn't the main component. All right, like the state control of the economy was an important part. State control of the unions was an important part. State control of everything was an important part. When you get to the neo-fascists, so for example, in the Nazi movement in Germany, that was a civil war between classical fascists and neo-fascists, because the Strasserites, they were classically fascist, and the Hitler side, the Hitlerite side of the Nazi Party, they were neo-fascist, and basically the Strasserites lost out in the night of the long knives. Jesus Christ, the night of the long knives, the Strasserites were purged from the party, and so the classical fascists lost to the neo-fascists. The neo-fascists don't really care about the economy. They're much more interested in the ultranationalism. All right? For them, the nationalism is the goal, not a side effect of the goal. For them, the state control of the economy just tends to be a side effect of the goal. And then the post-fascists don't want a state at all. Here we go, another camp to clear out. Okay, see you later, Sansol. Sounds very similar to Mussolini. No. Mussolini had a conception of like direct. It was called the cooperative economy. Okay. So there was a movement pre-fascism in Italy for an economic system called corporatism, and it's not what we think today with like corporations. Corporatism meant that there was each industry had a council. So there'd be an agricultural council, a smithing council, there'd be like a journalism council, and the council would be headed up by the state. And it would basically be a method by which labor, oh shit, did it already wear off? Okay. Labor and owners and like business owners could come together and resolve their disputes for the good of the state. Nice. Okay. Yeah, it was like a more modern. It was like a modern version of the guild system. Yeah. Not departments, because departments just regulate. They don't force the two sides to sit down and hammer out agreements. This is much more involved than just departments like in the United States. And so Mussolini saw this corporative movement. He was like, "This is a great idea for fascism because I want state control of everything anyway. So I'll make it as part of the ideology of fascism." When he finally wrote the book on it. Another rock hammer, right here. I blame Hegel on all of this. Yeah, so Hegel's idea that like the state was the ultimate good, and it was the closest thing that humans could create to God on Earth. That shit. That's some fucking cancer. I think this is a pretty small camp too. I know that there's more efficient ways to farm Zonite in this game, but clearing out these small camps is actually pretty good. Like, you get a fair amount out of it for minimal effort. Manifestation of the will of the people, yeah. So yeah, the neo-fascists. There were some like neo-fascist regimes that implemented the corporative economy, like the Nazis did. There were some neo-fascist regimes that directly nationalized everything in a way that like the socialists would actually prefer, like the Japanese. They nationalized everything. And then there are some neo-fascist regimes that actually had like more of a free market, and that would be like Pinochet, right? The neo-fascists didn't really care about the economy. They didn't really have a coherent economic policy, but classical fascists do. That is one of their defining features, is the fact that they want a centralized economy. Pinochet was a fascist, yes. Like, people keep saying that's a meme, but if you look at like the political dissidents from Germany that went over and started like writing political theory, okay, listen. Some of Carl Schmitt's, like, Carl Schmitt was a judge in Nazi Germany, and he's like a fascist political theorist. Some of his writing was used in Pinochet's constitution. So like, let's not pretend. People keep saying that he's not, but no, he has a portion of that shit for sure. Oh, hold on. Wait, I need to like fire fruit, bring them all in, and then boom! Ha 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 ha! Oh wait, they didn't all die. Well, that's no good. Okay, muddle bud. Ah, shit, he saw me. Well, here's the thing. Putin fascist adjacent? Yeah. Putin's actually a neo-fascist as well. I shouldn't be wasting this. I should be using a better weapon. Yeah, it is an ideological background. So here's the thing. Like, Putin is a neo-fascist. Meanwhile, guys like Nick Fuentes, they're post-fascists. All right. And post-fascists are actually very different from classical fascists and neo-fascists. Because post-fascism is like, you know how there's some retarded lefties who will say shit like, "Oh, we're libertarian socialists. We don't want state socialism. We want like decentralized libertarian socialism." And like, it's obviously cope, right? It's bullshit. Because you need some sort of centralization to redistribute property. Like, you can't have libertarian socialism. But it is a theory. It is a theory, right? However, the post-fascists, they are libertarian fascists. All right? They want a fascist society, but with no state. Yeah, they want a fascist society, but with no state control of it. They want, like, these isolated, independent communities that none... Ooh, nice. Pew. And a pew. Let's just tribalism return to monkey. No, Franco was a fascist. Franco was a neo-fascist. The phalangists, they were classical fascists. But Franco was a neo-fascist. That's true. Oh, thanks for the stretch. The more I think about it, the more that I think there are no good solutions. There are no good solutions. No, that's the thing. Like, there's something like, who? Oh, you little shits! Get out of here! Okay. So what if Alt-Hist did a great video talking about this, where the idea basically is, Society is just agreeing on what sort of rules you want to follow. What are your ethics, right? And these ethics are going to have some behaviors attached to them. So, like, we think that X, Y, Z is allowed, and we think that A, B, C is not allowed. And those are our ethics. And on some level, it doesn't actually matter what the ethics are. What matters is that they serve to create in-groups and out-groups, right? So you can have a civilization where one of the ethical components is modesty, where people, like, don't run around in bikinis. They wear hijabs, and they have, like, long-sleeve shirts, and, they're modest with their bodies, right? Now, there's no reason why that has to be the case. Like, it does offer some practical benefit. But more importantly is that once you've set the rules of the civilization, you can then build civilization. You now have your in-group, your out-group. You have a set of morals you can live by. You can build your society based on that, right? The issue, like, I know when Destiny talked to Richard Spencer made a very good point, and that point was there is a hole at the bottom of liberalism. Because liberals are okay with... Oh, do I have a room for this? Because liberals are okay with every single ideology and every single mode of living, they can't make any prescriptions, It's like, well, why should you object to practice A, B, or C? The liberal says that's just their culture, We live in a pluralistic, multicultural society. Why should we object? At some point, the liberal has to be able to... He has to give up all prescriptions and tell no one how to live their life. Or the liberal has to have his own values, right? Like, liberalism can tell you what... No. Liberalism can tell you, like, how you should have a society, but not what you should have it for. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? There's a bird. Can you hear that bird? It's, like, right by the window. It's not a straw man of liberalism. It's not. Right? Like, the issue that comes with multiculturalism, for all of its good, is that it means that there's no prescriptions, You can't tell a person that he's doing something wrong if it is just his culture. Exactly. Here's the thing, though. Yeah, the purpose is to maximize individual freedom. Yes, it is, right? The purpose is to maximize individual freedom. But the issue is, liberalism cannot tell you what you do with that freedom. It's like, do what you want to do. Well, okay, fine. I can, I'm now free. I can do what I want to do. Great. What should I do? A liberal has no answer for that, right? A conservative does. A conservative will say, okay, well, you should go to church every Sunday, and you should try to find a girlfriend. You should, don't have sex before marriage. You should graduate from school. You should get a good job. You should have kids once you're married. Like, conservatives can give you a roadmap of life. Even socialists can give you a roadmap from life. Socialists will say you should revolt against the liberal capitalist bourgeois state, and we should try to implement some sort of collectivism. Like, these are ideologies that can tell you what they actually want to do. Liberalism can't tell you what you should do. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, as I've gotten older, I've started to realize that moral frameworks are a lot more important than most people give them credit for. Prescriptive behavior is important. And liberals are very adverse to giving... No, of course liberals believe in finishing high school, but you know what I mean? Like, liberals are very adverse to giving prescriptive behavior because they're going to say, well, it depends on your culture, it depends on your point of view, it depends on what you want to do. You have the freedom to do all of it. And it's like, okay, but I need something more than freedom. Freedom isn't enough. Freedom is very important, especially if you're, like, fighting a tyrannical dictator. That's why liberalism came about, because they were fighting tyrannical dictators. But it's not enough. Liberalism isn't the whole picture, You need Jesus? You need something. Christians will say it's Jesus, and Muslims will say it's Allah, and everyone will say it's something. But here's the thing. Like, religions and other ideas, those things, they provide meaning, and they provide like a roadmap of what you should do with your life. You need one of them. You need something. It doesn't have to be Jesus, but you need something. This is why, there's a saying that I always fall back on, is that governments should be liberal and people should be conservative. And that's the blending of the two ideas, right? Because a liberal government is ideal. You don't want a repressive conservative government that is forcing its ideals on everyone. You want a liberal government. But you need to be a conservative yourself. Because you need to want to conserve something. You need to want to build something. You need to want to have a standard and stick by it, getting out of here. Those guys still down there? I like the European approach, liberal state and privately religious people. Yeah, same. The same. Oh shit, didn't even fucking do it. Okay. Oh god, these bows suck so much. I miss the dusk bow. Look at that terrible arc. Like, my... Just hit him. Yes, thank god. Now go fight. Direct democracy? No. Here's the thing. I also like the American system the way it's set up, right? Because the American system is like, you have some democratic elements, and you also have some autocratic elements, and you need that, right? Because, like, I know people, again, people on the left, they say, if you, like, listen to Vosh talk to someone, he's just like, hey, listen, you like democracy, right? You're a liberal. Well, I want more democracy. I want democracy in the workplace. I want things to be more direct democracy. And it's like, listen, democracy is not good all the time. You know what I mean? It's just not. There are some ways in which democracy is inappropriate. If you know what I mean. Like, the rest of society should not have a say in who I enter into relationships with. Right? Like, why should it be up to a vote if I want to date, you know, Naomi? It shouldn't be. It's up to me and her. And Posthumous should have known how I'm a dictator. That's how it is, man. Yeah, see, pure democracy is 9 out of 10 people voting to group rape the last one. Kinda, yeah. Like, the anarcho-capitalists are correct when they say that rights are anti-democratic. If you have a right to a thing, that means that it doesn't matter if the rest of society doesn't want you to have it. You have it, you know? You have a right to your speech, then no one should be able to take that from you. If you have a right to your property, you shouldn't have it outvoted. You know, like, a true right, an inalienable right, is an anti-democratic thing. The population can't vote it away from you. You have it, and that's that. That's one of the few things the ANCAPs were correct about, is that notion. So, on some level, your freedoms are secured through democracy because you're voting out dictators and you're voting for better politicians, and the process tends to work despite people coping about it. But also, on some way, your freedoms are secured through autocracy. You are the autocrat of your life. You are the autocrat of your house. What you do behind closed doors is no one else's business. In terms of your private life, you are the dictator of it, and you should be. It's nobody else's business what you do. So that's why I'm not on the left. There might have been a time when I was 19 that I was a communist or whatever, but I'm not on the left anymore. No. No way. Hey Dev, how do you justify allowing children to be mutilated on the premise that one minority out of a minority out of a minority might be served by allowing them to mutilate themselves? I am very much not on the whole let trans kids have surgery train. I am very against that shit. Don't come to me and say that's what I'm interested in. No fucking way. Nope. I think you should wait till you're 18 till you have any of those surgeries. Like, people getting like mastectomies at like double mastectomies at like 15. It's ridiculous. That's insane bullshit, dude. Should it be legal to completely homeschool your kids without any government body testing the child? There should probably be some standards of tests, yeah. Like, if you want to homeschool your kids, you should be able to, but like, there's got to be some point where like the government comes in and is like, oh look, your child is 16 and can't spell. What have you been doing? Oh, I've just been like making him work in the farm. That's his homeschooling. It's like, well, that's no good, I don't agree with the whole like ban homeschooling. The state owns your children. That's bullshit, obviously. But there's also a middle ground between that and let parents do whatever the fuck they want with their kids. I think we're approaching the limits of the light down here. Like, for those of you who don't know, we're in the underworld right now in Legend of Zelda, and all of this stuff is like areas I've lit up, and that is areas that are still dark. This is the limits of light. Want to go on an adventure? We can go into the dark parts. So you do want to democratically decide what happens behind closed doors? Only to a point, right? Like obviously it's like, well, my privacy allows me to rate people in the privacy of my house. It's like, well, no. Like there's limits, right? There's obviously limits. Every principle has a limit. Every rule has an exception. You can't be ideologically committed to one thing. There's always going to be instances where, the government should step in and intrude on your privacy. And there's obviously instances where that's not acceptable, I'm definitely like a fan of the golden mean as a rule, There's always a good, solid middle ground. Come here, you. And you too. Excellent. Look at all this stuff, dude. Okay, so what do we have here for building vehicles with? You know what we're gonna do? Here. I finally perfected the flying motorcycle build in this game, okay? Let's pull out. Before we get talking back to what we were talking about, let's get on the road here. Where's my steering sticks? Here we go. Take it out. All right. Steering stick. Use auto build. Build flying motorbike. Flying motorbike. We're going to put a lamp on it. But we're not going to use power for the lamp because fuck that. We'll just use a bright bloom seed. Come back! I hit you! Come back! Okay. Come here. Okay. So. Here's our bike. It's built. Hold on. How do I orient this? Okay, there we go. Done. Let's save it. But just a virtue signal. If there's obviously limits, then something still off. The guy was democratically speaking always all the time. Kind of and kind of not, Miff Muffin, because that's the point of the Constitution, right? In the United States, the Constitution is what you cannot democratically vote on. Like there are certain things you just can't do. It's like the government can do this, and the government is representatives, so you vote on them. But some like the government can pass X law, and then the judges say, well, guess what? That law doesn't jive with the Constitution. You've overstepped your bounds. They strike it down, right? So just because like there are limits in democracy, just like there are also limits on autocracy. Both of them limit each other in like a meshing way, and that's how it should be. It should be a blend. Do you think schools should be able to display BLM and LGBTQ flags? I don't think that public schools, especially like elementary schools, should be getting into politics like that. Doesn't feel right to me. Do you like sociology, philosophy? I do a lot. Habermas. I've heard the name Habermas, but I don't know what you're talking about. I've only heard the name. Okay, so with our bike and our light, and you see all that darkness out there? Let's go see what it is. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. God damn it. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. See, the light on the front, the plant, actually just lights up the whole way as we fly through the darkness. So we're not just grasping for straws. Sure, that's just like your opinion, man. Pretty sure the Constitution doesn't about hormone blockade or surgery, LMAO. No, it doesn't. But the Constitution probably has something in there regarding like life, liberty, and property. And you can probably make the case that child abuse is not included under life, liberty, or property. And you can also probably make the case that some things that some of the crazier trans activists want could be classified as child abuse. It all depends on where we all fall, right? Like, I'm pretty sure the Constitution doesn't say that you're allowed to stream on Twitch, but we do, because like the Constitution is a broad guideline, right? That looks like a boss up there. Look at that. I still haven't found the light seed for this area, though. Like, where is it? This is a very... Okay, I gotta find somewhere... I'm running out of power. I'm running out of power. Can I just, like, park here? I'll park in these trees. Hold on. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. We're okay. The Declaration of Independence has that? Yeah, that's part of the Constitution, though. Let's just park here and wait for the charge to recharge. Of course, leaves a lot of wiggle room. Yeah, that's the necessary thing about laws. They are necessarily arbitrary, right? And it's not like a more leftist government would make less arbitrary laws. Laws have to be arbitrary because the concepts we're talking about are fuzzy. Just how it is. Just how it is. You know, is child labor abuse or just good disciplinary on the age? It depends. It could be either. It could be both. It could be neither. Like who knows, right? The point is that it's going to be judged by somebody, and you might not like how it's judged, but it is going to be judged by somebody. And the merits of the case are going to be considered, because that's just how we do these things. I came back around. Like, is this just like a tunnel that just goes nowhere? Like, there's the Bargainer Stone. Okay, there has to be like a light seed in this passage that I'm not finding. Am I just blind? I mean, people say, like you just mentioned child labor, right? But you're still forcing kids to go to school. And trust me, I remember what it was like to be a kid. I didn't want to go to school. Like, that was still forced on me. And yeah, and it's like C. Drander said, like, should you be forced to sit at a desk or work in a field? I mean, sitting at a desk is still forcing them to do it. Work is better than school? Depends. It really depends. It really depends. It's not that simple. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. And I know a child has no say, yeah, but like, in a more general sense, just... Like, especially if we're talking about adults, the conversation is very different, right? Because like with children, you can make like a special pleading argument with children because they're not fully Like, they're not moral agents the same way that adults are, so we can say, like, listen, they don't know. Like, we're not going to give them full... Okay, fair enough. But when it comes to adults, like, you know, should adults be allowed to transition? Obviously, yes. They're adults. Right? And the Puritan argument about transitioning doesn't seem to hold any weight. Because they're adults. They can make whatever decisions they want. Even if they come to regret it later, that's their responsibility. It's their choice. But then, should adults be able to enter into voluntary contracts where they, you know, they exchange their labor for money? By the same logic, yes, because they're adults. They can do what they want. People should always strive to be like hepatitis B. You think you've cured it once, it's gone, but it comes back and knocks the... Yeah. Thanks for the $5. I don't know what you mean by that. I feel like there has to be some sort of a... I can't fucking find it. Let's go somewhere else. Hey, Odin, what's up? Dev, do you think that Vosh and Hassan believe what they're saying? Vosh believes some of it, but he's also kind of stupid. Hassan, I think... Hassan probably believes it, but he's too dumb to know why he's wrong. Alright? Vosh is definitely smarter than Hassan. Sure, someone's democratic, someone's transmission, or private rape behind closed doors even. There's a democratic, not viable. You can print they are, but it's ideology band. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Well, here's the thing, Miffed Muffin. Alright? Like, if you want to go down that route, then you have to admit that all of the rights that you enjoy can simply be voted away from you. Right? Like, when you say, I have a right to an abortion, no you don't. That right is contingent on the democratic will. So when people decide you don't actually have a right to an abortion, you don't have it. You don't have it. You have no right. But then again, there are some rights that can't actually be voted away. So your speech, for example, right? They cannot actually stop you from expressing yourself. They can lock you up as a punishment for it, or they can kill you. But can they like worm their way into your mind and prevent you from speaking? No. They can only punish you for it after the fact. So that's one of those rights that actually is inviolable. Because there's nothing they can do. Yeah, they can remove your vocal cords. You can still write it down, you know? You can write. Elon's brain chip will stop that. Yeah, maybe. Like, there are certain things that they can't actually stop you from doing. They can only punish you if you dare to do it. And those are like the true rights. Those are the things that are actually inviolable. You know, because like someone can stop you from owning your house, right? Like you can say, I have an inviolable right to my house, and they can just roll up and like just shoot you, right? They just steal your house. It's not yours. It's like, fuck you. And the state can do that. A gang can do that. Whatever. But there are some things that actually can't be taken from you without killing you, and that's what makes them truly inviolable. There's a Hinox. We passed a Hinox. No, the Hinox is here, and this was a Lionel. I'm marking these guys on the map so I can come back later and kill them. Oh, this is a new light seed. Let's get this one here. It is refreshing to see someone in the chat come out as being like anti-rights, though. It's like, okay, sure. Oh, nice. What is that circle of like darkness? Is something in there? Yeah, inalienable, right, not inviolable. Right, my bad, my bad. Like, look at this. That's got to be something. So yeah, basically what that means... Just another... Okay. But yeah, come on. Oh, for fuck's sake, okay. So yeah, the idea basically is like when people say abortion is a human right. Well, if you're going the democratic route, it's actually not, because it can be voted away from you, so it's not a right. You know? Yeah. Workers have the right to own the means of production. Not if it's voted away from you. You know? That's why democracy is kind of it's a poor judge. The Grove of Time. What is this place? Like, is this some Ocarina of Time shit? There's lizardmen's down here. Let's go over here. In many countries it is, taking anything for granted is a mistake. Well, sure. I know what you mean. This is why I say that rights are anti-democratic, and but also why so many things that we call rights aren't rights. You know, like you don't really have a right to an abortion. You know what I mean? Because you could have the legal right and then find no doctor willing to actually give you one. So, it doesn't seem that inviolable at that point. Because even if the government doesn't get in your way, the actual material situation is not conductive to getting an abortion, right? Like this. Okay. So the rights that really are inalienable, to use the correct term, are the ones that even in the absence of others you still have. So that's like free speech. That's like the right to defend yourself. You know, the basic liberal ones, right? This is the underground, lives in Dev's walls. There's a bunch of old ruins down here from like an ancient civilization, and you can keep like, yeah. Here's the abandoned central mine. Actually, let's stop here and turn in some of my stuff that our little robot friends. Hey guys, your behavior is a threat. Jesus, he hasn't restocked yet, has he? I'll take them all. I'll take them all. Was Econo Boy that weird scatological guy with the genuine eating disorder? No. Econo Boy is a guy he's like a very progressive person, way more progressive than me. I'm not even progressive, to be honest, at this point. Who's very educated in economics, but like, I'm not sure if he actually like gets political theory, but he knows economics very well. With time, a state can indoctrinate you. I doubt many North Korean citizens really truly have a right to their own mind that they're thinking at this point. That's true. That's true too, right? So then the question becomes like, well, how much of yourself really is yourself? You know, like, do you actually have any real free will, or is it all just a result of material conditions and your genetics and your upbringing and the environment you find yourself in? Like, is there truly free will? You know, if you want to go down that route, are we all just automatons that think that we're actually alive? Yeah. There's no free will because consequences exist. There's some truth to that, you know? It's like, if you really are just a reacting being, then there can't really be free will, right? Read Kant, bro. He knows what the university system taught him about economics and how the sort of bureaucrats in Washington defined economics. I majored in econ, and my econ department was like the Church of Kings. Here's the thing. All the various... Let's head for that light over there. Actually, that's pretty far. I might need to like park and recharge. Hold on. Can I like park somewhere safe? Can I park somewhere safe? I don't know if I can. Deactivate and reactivate. Okay. Oh. What's this guy all about? Zonai devices? What's up? Yeah! You surprised me. Don't do that. You know, research closed, but are you in the Yiga clan? I am not. Don't lie. Not a chance. Yeah, he's a Yiga. You fucking asshole. Okay. Okay, are all the NPCs down here in the Yiga clan? Like, what's the scoop? Yeah, they're all down here. Do you have the Yiga pass? Okay. Well, I mean, the Yigas are all, they're all, like, the Yiga clan were offshoots from, the Sheikah clan, which means that they're all Asians, right? So they probably have some racism passes. Why not? What should we eat? Roasted bass. Let's have a blackened crab. My Yiga! Ah, geez, thanks for the Mexican dollars, dude. The pesos. Thank you, Brandon. Free will is an interesting topic. 99% of the time, when brought to politics, the person saying is no free will is referred to as disguise. The issue is, psychologically speaking, it does not seem to be the case that there actually is free will, which is rough because a lot of modern politics goes out the fucking window, and then you do just open the door to authoritarian nonsense. But that's psychology, though, not politics. There's obviously reasons to have free will in politics because we need the ability to hold people responsible for their actions. You know, that's how we have justice. It's like, well, I don't have any free will, so I can't be blamed for the fact that I murdered someone. It's like, well, yes, you can. You know? What is this? What is this, dude? The South Loamy Depths. Oh, this is... Hold on. Yeah, this is where that maze was, up above, right? Does the entire maze extend down into the ground? It might. Look at that. You have to do the ground one first, then the sky one, then the underground one. Okay. Okay. I've enjoyed the political conversation, guys, but I have a feeling that Sonsol's viewers might have left, and I think that they're the ones that got me started on that tangent. So, if there's no more political questions, maybe I'll start doing some serious things in this game. I don't mind talking politics. I'll talk politics all day. But I'm also looking around down here, too, you know? There was Juan Perón, a classical fascist or a neo-fascist. I need to see. Oh, here's the thing, see Dranzer. Here's some hidden Twitch lore for you, okay? Raids don't count. Raids don't count, dude. So when someone raids me, their viewers don't actually get added onto mine. They have to, like, reload their URL for it to count. Is it morally wrong to wear a butt plug in an MRI machine? Yeah, I watched you streaming a little bit earlier, DragonFat. Anyway, I guess to cap it off then, if any of you Sansolers are still watching, go check out my 3 Forms of Fascism video. I approach the topic pragmatically. I don't just soy out and be like, oh my god, fascism bad, oh my god. I actually, like, read political theory and get into it. I'm very pragmatic about these sort of things. Don't crash. Like, look at this. Okay, we're currently underneath the Gerudo Desert, right? This place should not look just like the other forms of the underground. It should have, like, sand portals opening up and flowing down in here. Like, it should look wild down here, man. Yeah, the underground looks pretty... Aside from the lava zone over in the Eldin volcano, the underground just looks uniform. And I would like it if it actually had a bit more variety down here, you know? By the way, someone told me not to get all the light roots before doing something else first. Is there like a light root buff that comes along later or something? A Texas hospital banned all trans treatment for kids? I see. I still think that, like, you know what? The more that I think about it, the more that I think that 16 is probably the right age for hormones, since that is the age for, you know, that's the age of consent here, where I live. That's the driving age, you know. 16 is probably the right age for hormones. Oh, that's the tattoo age here. You know, it makes sense, 16 for hormones. And then 18 probably for, 18 for surgeries. That seems to make sense, you know. When does Link find Hyperborea? 16 is pretty young. You were only a teen for a few years. Yeah, but you know what? If you can have sex at 16, why shouldn't you be able to go on hormones? Whoa. What's Agartha, by the way? No sex before the age of 40. Giga Chad. Oh, the inside of the Hollow Earth? Dude, the Hollow Earthers are fucking wild. Go up. Oh my god, I just pulled that off. Okay. Well, actually, there's also another reason, right? So if you do, in fact, end up getting bottom surgery as a trans woman, you actually need, like, a reasonably long penis to actually form the inside of the vagina. Which, by the way, you shouldn't get bottom surgery. It seems to be grotesque. But if you're going to, there's, like, one person who recently died because they'd been on puberty blockers since, like, the age of 12. So their dick was, like, just, like a micro penis. And they couldn't do the surgery. So they had to, like, repurpose part of their colon, and it just, like, didn't work out. It was just like a shit show. No bottom, no commitment. I don't agree. Yeah, a literal shit show, yeah. No, I think actually, like, what I've noticed is, like, in my experience, most sane trans women, they don't get bottom surgery. They just leave that shit alone. What is this down here? Like, what's this giant platform? Looks like there's Yigas going around. Yeah, like, Lilith's not getting bottom surgery. Taft isn't getting bottom surgery. Blair White's not getting it. Like, it's almost like people know they're LARPing. I mean, kind of not. Then again, like, here's the thing. Even Taftach has come to the position that trans women are men, but that's okay too. You know, that like, the trans women are men, but that doesn't mean that you should like treat them poorly. Like, why not be chill to a guy that looks like a girl? Why not? You know, it's like, hey, fair enough. That's how you feel. Taftach lives in Texas, Dragonfat. Yeah, you know what? I actually view it that way too. That trans women are not men or women. They're like their own thing. That seems like the reasonable position. How do I feel about Texas? Don't really care one way or another. A woman told you to smile more today? Oh shit, how did I tip over? You have to like tilt the controls left or right before you take off to make the fan bike work. Hold on. If you saw Blair White and didn't know them in the street, would you really spontaneously... God damn it, I got stuck on the tree reading your goddamn comment. Look at this fucking shit show. I can't even get out of it. Okay. Okay. If you saw Blair White and didn't know them in the street, would you really spontaneously say, oh, look, a trans and not just a cis woman? Here's the thing. I would just assume that it was a cis woman, probably, because she looks very, very feminine. But the issue is, I would be wrong. Like, if we're talking about how you socially treat someone, that's a very simple conversation. Be polite. Like, you should socially treat trans women like they're women because that's a polite thing to do. Very simple, right? No problem. However, if we're talking about what is... If we're not having a conversation about how you should treat people, but we're actually talking about what the reality is, now it's different. Now it's very different, right? We're going for that far off, the final light in the middle of the desert. Oh my god, dude, this area is just full of... Look at this. It's just all blight down there. Is this the final one, or is there more? But yeah, like with Taftach, you know, Taftach is unironically the only trans neo-reactionary I've ever met. And she's like one of the smartest people I know. And her view is definitely that, like, it's okay for men to be feminine. You know, men don't have to be women. You can still treat them with decency and respect. It's like, yes, of course. Of course. Pull up, Link, you fuck. Okay. Based in femboy pilled. Yeah. Proof Taftach is a woman. She's a fan of Dev. Do I have lots of girl fans? Only women can have piss taste. Is that why you're here, Dragonfat? You fuck. Okay, Okay, what level of frock is this? Hey, dude, where are you? Oh, it didn't. He's probably an obsidian one. Oh man, look at this, dude. The Gerudo Dark Skeleton. Yeah, like, what is this here? This is the very corner of the map. Like, I can ascend up here, but I'll lose the ride if I do so. Check the skull? Okay, I'll check the skull. Jesus. Is there any way to clear out the blight? Or are we just going to be, like, bladed now, just how it is, and... No? Shit. But yeah, see, like, it's the same enemies out here, you know? The same enemies, the same camps. It does just feel like we're doing the same thing over and over again. Use blight-resistant armor? Yeah, I guess. Okay, let's fly back out. Before I do this nonsense, let's fly back out and see what the Gerudo Dark Skeleton's all about. I mean, wasn't there a skeleton above ground right here too, in the last game? Okay, here's the skull, right? There's a chest here. See if I can just get it and get out. The Tunic of the Wild! Neat. This is one of those, like, bonus armors, eh? Oh shit, the bike. Nope. Shit. You know what? Just fly. Fly. Okay. Come here. We're going. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Okay, wait, is he at a spawn? Yeah. Okay, Jesus. What is that up there, though? Flyby. No one reason was asking you to call him a system specifically in reality. You don't need to check to call him man or woman. Well, of course. Exactly, right? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, he's also there again. Okay, here. I'm going to park the bike so I can make a quick getaway after I go up here and see what this is all about. Hold on, Miffed Muffin. What is this? Traveler's sword. Shit. Okay. Nonsense. Let's just go. We're going back over here. Yeah, so that's like the Ben Shapiro argument that he had with Blair White, where Ben Shapiro said that, like, if I'm gonna like meet you at a restaurant and the waiter has to bring me over to the proper booth, I'll say that woman over there with the long hair. That's reasonable, right? In social situations, you treat trans women as women because that's what makes sense. And most of the time, that's the conversation you'll be having. But if we're talking about not what you treat someone as socially, but what reality is, that's a different conversation, right? They're two different conversations. And you can absolutely believe that trans women are just men and still treat them nicely. There's no reason why you can't. Okay, so I found this weird pillar, and we're going to go up through it. I don't know where we're going to emerge, but we're going to emerge somewhere. I have no clue where we are. That's a cave. We're in a desert. Okay. The Gerudo Great Skeleton. Oh, is it underground now? This was like a map marker before. Yeah, the skeleton's under the ground now. Did it like it? There was the Great Skeleton had a shrine in it, but I guess it like caved in or filled in or something. This is where Isis hides out. The overwhelming majority don't pass like Blair. Yeah. So like, that's the issue, right? Is if you see someone who doesn't pass, you're gonna be like, well, that's not a woman. And most people will do that. That's just how most people will react. You know, that is the normie position. The sand shifted in the past 5 years. Yeah, maybe. Is it the exact same skeleton too? Like it looks similar from the first game. That's a lot of sand shifting in the past 5 years, though. Yeah, like look, it is the same because this is the same spring that was here, right? What is the reality there? Do you really identify women by what they are biologically? Yes. Because in that case, you should never assume anything about anyone before you check their chromosomes or whatever. Some biological women and men don't pass their own gender. Yeah, that's fine. Here's the thing. I'm okay with that inconsistency. Because the self-ID view also has its inconsistencies. And I will just arbitrarily choose my view. It's like, fuck it. I want to try and get these fairies. Will this spring actually heal me? Yeah, the reality is, in fact, the biology, yes. That's true. So, you might meet some, like a person that you think is a woman, but is actually a trans woman. Therefore, that they're biologically male, and so you're like, well, I'll treat you like a woman because I don't know any better, right? It's the ignorance, but. No, you literally just said it's your opinion. It's hardly scientific. Okay, well, here's the thing, all right? The scientific reality is the fact that if you go check out the... I'm not going to give you some bullshit about chromosomes or anything like that. You know, the people are like, X, 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 Y, you know, like Matt Walsh does a very poor job of this because Matt Walsh is an ideologue, right? But there is a core of truth there, and the truth is that sex as a trait is simply the trait of whether or not you produce, whether or not you can produce, or you have the equipment, even if it doesn't function, to produce large or small gametes, right? So, in most animals, if you produce sperm or if you produce pollen, you are male. That is what the trait is. If you produce eggs, you are female. If you produce both, you're a hermaphrodite. If you produce neither, you're a eunuch. All right? So those are biologically your four sexes. Male, female, hermaphrodite, eunuch. That's pretty much it. And what that means then is that trans women, sometimes they produce small gametes, making them male. Sometimes they produce no gametes, making them eunuchs. And sometimes they produce, and that's it. They never produce large gametes, so they're never actually female. And if they're never female, they're never women. Come on, you frog. Where did he go? Oh, God. I was like, where's my... Matt Walsh bitch about gay marriage and Joe Rogan. Yeah, it's so stupid. That's so dumb. There was a little pool under the skeleton in the first game, yeah. There was a little pool of water. Has there been anyone who's produced both gametes? As far as I know, no. There are some animals that do. So, like, some non-humans have been hermaphroditic. But as far as I know, no. So that's it. But here's the thing, like, that is the covers the true, it doesn't, right? So that's why generally when we're talking about, non-science, when we're not talking about biology, we're talking about the social role, we just go by how people pass. It's as simple as that, right? Like, we treat people as women because they look like women. Simple as that. We treat people as men because they look like men. And that's something, by the way, that we've known for a long time. If you have very masculine women, they will report back to you that they don't get the same female privileges of, like, guys fawning over them and holding doors and asking them on dates. They don't get that shit. So, oh, the blood moon's coming. That means some of those things you can refarm now once the blood moon hits. But yeah, so, like, if we're talking about biology, then trans women can never be women. If we're talking about social role, then yeah, you can like treat trans women as women because they look like them and they do the same things that women do, and they look like they have the same, like, method of dress, and they when you look at one, you see Blair White, you see a woman, like, obviously, right? But the issue with the social role view is that, well, that means that some women, they aren't really women, and some non-passing trans women aren't women either. And progressives don't like that. Progressives don't like the whole passing privilege thing. But the truth is, you just gotta deal with it. That's life. That's life. You don't always get what you want. Sometimes things suck. Welcome to reality. Yeah, got him. Okay, can I, like, ascend out of here? I have no clue where we are. Do I know about Octorok upgrades? This looks like I can do something with this. Look at this. Can I... What is this? Bomb it? Okay, I'll bomb it. Let me just back up here. I feel like something's gonna come in if I do it. Oh shit. Oh fuck, I'm falling. Oh, no, oh. Oh, there's... Okay. Bomb flowers. That is a giant skeleton that's up there. What's that all about, dude? Okay. Well, I guess I found a skeleton. Dev, it's based strictly on the presence or absence of the Y chromosome. No, you're wrong. You are wrong. You are absolutely wrong about that. It is based on what gametes you produce. That is why, by the way, that men who have had their balls cut off, they aren't males anymore. And we understood that. That's why we always called them eunuchs. We understood that their gender, their sex had changed. Because they no longer produce male gametes. The social one isn't necessarily democratic. The social one is going to be based on how you feel, not how the rest of people feel, right? Like, if Matt Walsh makes the decision to never treat any trans woman like a woman ever. And for some reason, he's like discovered, like a little device he can like press and scan someone and be like, oh, you have these chromosomes or whatever. Now I know that you're actually a man. He decides to do that, and that's how it is, right? Doesn't mean there's any objective reality in saying a trans woman can never have just because of the opposite. It's just a biological fact. Well, here's the thing: the biological facts matter, Miffed Muffin. That's the issue. They do matter. So do the social ones, or so do the biological ones, right? Hold on, Miffed Muffin. It's called a gaydar. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Miffed Muffin, just out of curiosity, are you like on the whole unbearable cold? What? Okay. Miffed Muffin, are you on the whole self-ID train? Because self-ID don't work, man. It just does not. So, this desert looks like it goes on forever, but now that we can go high up into the sky, we can actually tell it doesn't go on forever at all. And that kind of sucks. Also, there used to be a giant sandstorm out here preventing the way. It's kind of gone now. Like, the desert seems a lot less interesting now that we can actually see all of it. It was way more interesting before. Explain what I mean by self-ID? The idea that you are a woman simply by identifying as one. The sandstorm was caused by the divine beast, but only over there. That is a boss, isn't it? Isn't that the Molduga? Maybe not. The sandstorms, there was an extra bunch of sandstorms like at the edge of the map that prevented you from going any further. Now you can just see past them. It's like, oh, nothing's there. Yeah, the world seems a lot smaller now. Play Sandstorm by Drew. Oh. You know what? I think I am not yet ready for the desert. I know I flew here, but like, maybe not. You know what we'll do? We'll go back to the central mine and trade in some more of our Zonaite. He should have more now. It's been a day. Dev, tell me how you can produce eggs with a Y chromosome. I must know. You can't. But the point is that it is the action of producing eggs, not the Y chromosome, that makes you female. In practice, I suppose I would be, because I'm nice like that. I'm a brain gender-pilled person. The issue ultimately is that self-ID, the whole thing is like, you are, what is the definition of a woman? Oh, it's that whoever identifies as a woman. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You know? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever to say shit like that. How many crystallized charges do I have? 200. And you can have XX egg producers, exactly, so it's the egg producing that matters, not the chromosomes. The Y chromosome is what determines egg or sperm. Not necessarily. There are some people with some kind of disorder that will produce different gametes that are different from their chromosomes. It's the gamete production that matters, not the chromosomes. That's what matters. The chromosomes are usually what determines that, yes. Usually. Get producing. Oh, I can, like, start the second row now. Wrong. Nope. Not wrong. Nope, nope, nope. Navis Nobelite. No. No, you're wrong. There are people who have opposite chromosomes and with some deformity produce a different set of gametes than they should. There are people who are not born with the equipment at all and produce no gametes. They are not always what determines that. They are not. It's called being intersex. Man, look at that. The second row of batteries has started up. We got blue batteries going now. Hold on. For me, it would be because they feel like a woman. Now, I can't know that's true, of course, but I'd be good faith by default. There seems to be something to actual trans people's brains that are more similar to average women's than average men's. Yes, you gatekeep. Based. Listen, gatekeeping is a moral good. All right? People who are like, you shouldn't gatekeep, it's evil. No. Gatekeeping is good. You should gatekeep. Gatekeep everything, all the time. Okay, where are we going now? We have some shrines to do, don't we? Like, I've discovered some shrines that I haven't done yet. I think. I mean, I want to do Eventide Island, but I want Naomi to be here for that, because she's going to really enjoy it. There are 5 shrines I haven't done yet. We can do them. Let's do them now. So yeah. You can, like, be good faith and say, oh, you feel like a woman, like... I think for most people, the standard will be passing. The standard will be passing. Do you pass, then they'll treat you like that. That's just how normies are going to view it, you know? Normies who aren't, like, all politically involved, they're just going to go based on their intuition. That's normal. Hair splitting over neuters and intersex is a waste of everyone's time. It is until you're actually the neuter person or the intersex person who needs a judgment call on what they're doing. Built to carry. Built to carry babies. There we go. This shrine is transphobic, talking about being built to carry. What's the puzzle here? We've got to go over there. Oh, we have to, like, build something that'll carry the ball back, right? That's pretty easy, isn't it? So the puzzle is put the thing on the platform, roll it down, put it over there, roll it down. Okay, I think I got it. There's only one gender, men. Women are property. Jesus. Okay, put you here. You're gonna roll. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now this is, like, too wide for it, right? It is. How do you know you're heterosexual, like or dislike things, or anything in general? A lot of things from psychology is fucking impossible to really describe. I can't describe how I see the color yellow, but it starts being me as like, which often people have have impacts on feelings and behaviors. Yeah, of course. It all makes sense. But here's the thing. Your feelings and behaviors are not necessarily, you know, the objective reality, right? That's ultimately the issue. Like, I feel a certain way has some weight, but not enough. Not enough to say that you are a certain way. Because feeling is not being. No, that is not what I want to do. Come back here. Okay. Here's how we're doing this, guys. It's gonna slide. Oh yeah, big brain dev. I know what's going on. Oh god, this shit. Okay. How can I do this? Can we just... Hold on. What's the way here? Is it like this? Hold on, guys. I'm big brain dev here, okay? I know what's going on. I can do it. Hey, Django, what's up, buddy? Socially speaking, gender is 100% about females' perceptions. Biological is mainly about the doctor. Yep, that's true. Here's the thing, though. It's not just about your feelings and perceptions. It's about everyone else's feelings and perceptions, right? So you can feel like a woman all you want. But if no one sees you as one, they're not going to treat you as one. It's not just your feelings, it's also their feelings. Yeah. What's in here? It's a very good bow. Better than some of my other ones. I'll get rid of the fucking Boko bow. Drop this wooden piece of shit. Hey, is it racist? Is it racist, guys, if I like call the Bokos primitives because they make like wooden structures and shit? Okay, so what if the game is I put this like nope. No. Okay. No, no, no. I have to do this, like, quickly. Okay. Okay, let's see if I got, like, I can do it without... If I just, like, fast trigger it, I could do this. Right? Oh. I'm already doing it. There it goes, dude. I don't need rewind. I know what's going on. Done. I didn't cheese it. I big-brained it. Yeah, Django, I found the Fierce Deity set. It's pretty good. Here's the thing, Miffed Muffin. That's generally how I feel too, but to the radicals on the left, you're already transphobic. Because you don't genuinely believe in your heart of hearts that they are That they are actually women in the same way, in all the same ways. Oh no, I found it, Jinjango. There's actually a quest to find it. And basically, it's a replacement of the Barbarian set. Because the Barbarian armor has the same armor and also the same attack up buff as the Fierce Deity armor. Those people are cringe? Yes, but they're also the left. Good night, Mr. Walls. Have fun. Dev, if you neuter your cat, is it no longer a male cat? Yes. If we're talking about gametes, yes. Yes. That's why I will say, if you cut off a man's balls, he is no longer male. Which is why we called them eunuchs. We understood this back in the day. That definition is considered politically incorrect now, but it is true. It's not the left. It's a very particular subset of it. Oh, yeah. It's like the progressive left, right? The progressives are, like, retarded. Now, you have the socialists on the left, who are also retarded. But they're retarded for different reasons. This one seems to be a fan puzzle. Okay, how does this work? I'm guessing attach fan. Wait, no, hold on. Give me the fan. Oh, yeah. Dude, there's so many things that, like, progressives want that will just, like, for trans women, they will absolutely destroy trans men, and they don't give a shit because there's more trans women than trans men. They don't care. Get on top of it, Link. Okay. Hit it. Just hit it. Whoop. Easy. Here's the thing about vasectomies, Jinjango. The thing about vasectomies is that vasectomized men still produce sperm. They just can't spit it out of their dicks. It just stays inside. So they still produce the gametes. Okay, let's... It's going, it's going. So the idea is it has to, like, hit all of them at the same time, right? Okay. So... Oh. Yeah, easy. This is an easy puzzle, man. Look at that. Look how easy that was. Oh. Do you think America and the West is generally experiencing some sort of conservative revival? Yes, it is. The issue is a lot of the conservatism is kind of dumb. Like, Trump still seems to be just coping about being a loser. Like, man, okay. Here's Trump's narrative, right? Forget about policy. Forget about the dumb shit he did in January 6th. The Trumpian narrative. What is his heroic arc? Because people react to stories, right? What is the Trumpian heroic arc? Trump is this outsider who comes in. He destroys the establishment in the GOP primaries. He comes in. He destroys Hillary, the most corrupt fucking politician America has seen in the past, like, 20 years. All right? Trump rolls in. He sweeps everything. Okay? And then, you know, Trump being a winner, that's his whole thing, is, I was like, I always win. Well, he lost. And then he screamed about losing for 3 months. No, for 3 years, he's coped and screamed about being a fucking loser. You know what the actual path forward for Trump is? It's the Rocky story. It's to come back and, like, regroup, and to, like we see this in stories all the time. You know, The Lion King, the cast out prince has to leave the kingdom and then return as an adult years later and reclaim the throne. Like, that is the heroic narrative that Trump should be leaning into, because people like good stories. Politics is stories. And rather than play that, he'd rather scream about how it was stolen, woe is me, everyone's corrupt, it's terrible. Like, even if it were true, I don't think it's true, even if it were true, this is not the winning narrative that you spin if you win the next election, all right? Like, if Trump wants to win 2024, I think he's already fucked it. I think Trump's already fucked it. Like, oh, it makes them, oh, okay. Like, oh, it's like a giant, okay, this is kind of neat. No, man, if Trump wanted to win 2024, he should have, like, chilled out with the I'm a loser narrative. Because it didn't fucking help him. Okay. There's the chest. Let's whack it once more. What kind of... I use my shittiest bow, because why not? Okay. Give our chest. $30. I have so many better shields than that. We go back to a pre-1960s world? No. There's no going back. The internet's kind of proven that. All right, so we have to get up there, right? And that means getting on top, I think. Okay. Let's use our brains here. That's the entryway. Can we climb this thing? Oh, there's a chest there too. Where's the entrance for that chest? It has to be like this will be there, will be there. That's not the entrance. This is the entrance. Okay. So if I were to like arrow. Oh shit! I can't do it again, can I? This is a brain teaser, isn't it? Oh. I might have made a mistake. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's cheese it. It's not possible to cheese it. No cheesing allowed. Okay. All right, I'll check it out after Django. Thank you. See, it seems like there's no... Okay, now here's how I get back. Okay. The issue really is getting back inside there, isn't it? Like, how do I do it? I need to hit this thing 3 times. I got it twice. Not going to be enough, though. Oh, it might. You turn around, Link, you piece of shit. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. You know what we do? Get out a bow. What's our weakest? I need to save the Lionel bows. What's our weakest bow? I guess this guy. 1. Shit. Fuck. Wait, hold on. Will this help me at all, maybe? Probably not. My reservations about 2020 are COVID and 4 years of smear campaigns. Shit. Yeah, I can't hit it 3 times while I'm inside. That's a limit. Hydrate, thanks very much, dude. Will Dave wear the mega? Oh god, I'm a retard. It's right fucking here. I'm so stupid. Dumb dev. I'm very sure you say as healthy as I want. I'm still fat, dude. I'm still fatty. Cup dev moment. I'll play crosscode eventually, dude. I'll play crosscode eventually. Oh, arrows! Just what I needed. Okay, if I were to hit this thing. Okay. I wonder if I can, like, rotate myself all the way around and this will help me out somehow. Well, I'm certainly higher up. There we go. Done. Oh, yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Dev game journalist mode. Oh. Play the Zero Escape. I haven't even heard of Zero Escape before, dude. Da ba ba da ba. Whoa. I did miss a super chat. Oh. Never heard you want to check a video, your GF is going to peg you. And you know what? I'm glad I missed a super chat. I'm glad I missed that fucking super chat, dude. Hey, Armageddon, thanks. What will the new conservative revolution be if we're not going back to the 50s? I'm not sure. We'll have to see what form it takes. Grandma's ever count as them? Are you sure about that? The new conservative revolution is femboys. I remember, like, back in the 2000s, you had, like, was it, who was it? Was it Tony Blair? Someone said something like, there's a conservative argument for gay marriage, and the idea is that it brings gay people to the table of being, you know, contributing citizens. They can, like, get married, raise kids, not just, like, get into orgies and shit, but actually, like, produce and be part of society. It's like fair. David Cameron, yeah. Might have been Tony Blair. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Point is, it was a good argument. Oh, dude, you know what this is? We attach this to the front of these robots, and we say, hey, robot, go fight him. Imagine producing families, yikers. Why not? You know, it does sound cringe to a teenager or a 20-something, but like, lots of people, they're very happy when they have families, you know? Most people. Why not? Okay. Okay. We want like an army of dudes. A lot of people have taking drugs. Yeah, they're happy, but they're not actually contributing to society. You know? Glue a kitchen knife to a room, but yeah, pretty much. Like, when I spoke to Dylan Burns, we had this conversation. I was like, listen, Dylan, a young gay man comes to you for advice about his life. What do you tell him? What do you tell him? Do you tell him that it's okay to go out and just get blasted and have, like, tons of promiscuous sex, and you don't really care about yourself or others, and, you know, you spread a bunch of disease, and you're kind of like a you know, that you're a shame to your family? Or is it better for you in society that you find a partner and you raise some kids, and, you know, you have a job and you have, like, a life, like an actual meaningful life? Well, they can't go up the hills. They're coming for me. Wait, no, they're not. They're coming for the robos. I am not impressed with human societies. You say so. Look at them fight. Miffed Muffin, just out of curiosity, how old are you? $32. Dev wants gay men to have kids. Yeah. You know, did that one die? That one flipped over. One of them died, dude. Oh no, one of them saw me. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Let's just let him keep doing this. This is like kind of funny. You get me on the edge, blah blah. Be nice. That's fine. But it's not about society. It's also about you. It's about, like, you know, having a meaningful life. You know, parents tend to have meaningful lives. because they have people that depend on them. You know, you have your friends, you have your family, you have kids. You know. Oh shit! One's coming here again. Sargon remains convinced I'll eventually become a conservative. Like, how long do you think this will take? Oh, sure, there are like some terrible parents for sure, right? But I mean, it seems like being a good parent is probably a good idea if you can be one. That's just cognitive dissonance. If you've got a kid, you're pretty damn stuck. I don't know. You can be stuck anywhere. You can be stuck with a kid, you can be stuck without a kid. You can move to a place you want to live and don't like it and you're stuck, right? Everyone is stuck somewhere eventually. Everyone's stuck in the grave once they die, right? You buy a house, you're stuck there. Move to a city, you're stuck there. Get in a job, you're stuck there. Everyone's stuck. The point is, like, I remember when Sargon talked about it, he was like, I have very little freedom the way that, like, a 20-something liberal would describe it, because I own a business, I have, like, 4 children, I have a wife, I have, like, my friends, and those all demand my time and my energy. And I cannot simply shirk those responsibilities. So Sargon says he's not free, but those responsibilities give him meaning. Like, fair enough. You know, voluntarily picking up some meaning, some responsibilities that grant you meaning, seems like a good idea to me. Yeah, Sargon's politics at this point are like dad conservatism. Look at this guy, like, waddling his way up. It seems like there's just the one now. Okay, you know what? Not even fucking close. He's coming down. He's coming down. Alright, guys. Listen, guys, there's shit for you to do. I'm putting you up here to do it. Ah, shit. Okay. Huh. Fight, fight, fight. Am I gonna adopt a kid? Depends more on Naomi than me. I don't really care either way. Oh. Oh no, you don't. Please don't, Dev, get her dogs. They can't be male dogs though, can they? Keep fighting, you little shits. Why are you trying to fuck each other? Easy peasy, baby. Yeah. Yeah, Dragon Fat. Listen, I don't count as white, okay? It is kind of fucked to imprison someone else into existence just to get some meaning in your own damn life. I don't agree. I don't buy the whole things would have been better if I was never born shtick. I don't believe it. That's a damn good spear. Look at that spear, dude. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. You know what? Today is going to have to be... They wouldn't have been better. They just wouldn't have been. Do you think that non-existence is better than having a good life? I don't. Anybody doesn't want kids. No. And I'm neutral on it. I don't really care if I have them or not. Let's go. Shit, where? Oh yeah, Kakariko Village. Nope, that's Spring of Courage. Where is it? Where's Kakariko again? Here it is. Okay. Naomi is part of the tribe. We shouldn't encourage her to have biological children. No. I have to have a shorter stream today, guys. I gotta get out of here. Nope. I like being alive. I like my life. Existence is good. Let's go get another heart piece, then call it a night. Shorter stream than usual. I just got shit to do. Sorry. Can't stick around. Give me a heart container. Yes. Oh, okay, guys. We'll see you next time, all right? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. But I have to go do things before the day's over. Good night.